What's going on, guys? I'm actually a few days late reviewing this because I finished this arc like maybe 2 days ago, I believe. But I've just been so caught up in watching this shit, yo. Like, after I finished this arc, I couldn't stop watching. I wanted to see what happened next, especially because Kuma just straight up demolished everyone. And oh my god, that scene with Zoro, nothing happened. Absolutely fucking nothing. That is my dude, man. I fangirled everywhere. He is such a manly man. But I just kept watching and I couldn't break away long enough to actually do a review. Same thing with yesterday. Like, I got up, watched One Piece, and, you know, that's basically what I did all day yesterday. So I'm actually probably at least 40 episodes after the end of a Thriller arc. Maybe not that much. Maybe like 30, maybe 40, I don't know. But anyway, I have to record this before I start watching One Piece today because I get sucked into that shit, man. But anyway, the Thriller Bark arc, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't a bad arc by any means. It just was slow in a lot of places, and I'm not sure, but the design of like 90% of the zombies just remind me of like Scooby-Doo villains. But I mean, technically they were real zombies, unlike Scooby-Doo, but with the whole shadow thing. But I do prefer previous arcs over this one. The fights in this arc were amazing. Like, oh my god, that Nightmare Luffy, dog, that shit was epic. I cannot believe he stopped Orr's hand with just one hand. Nightmare Luffy was epic. I really hope they bring that back somehow, but I doubt it because maybe this shadow thing will never play another role in this anime unless Moria comes back, which I'm pretty sure he will because he's obviously not dead. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the villains come back at some point. But anyway, this will probably be my fourth favorite arc, or maybe even fifth, because Water 7's still up there, then it's Alabasta, then it's Skypia, then it's whatever the arc is called where we met Sanji. And yeah, I would have to say, no, Arlong is above this one, so I would say this is my sixth favorite. But that doesn't mean it's bad, because there have not been any bad arcs in general. But I do enjoy some new characters introduced, like Perona. I just love her fight with Usopp. And this just goes to show you can never, ever outwit Usopp in terms of lying, which is epic and very, very sad at the same time. And Kuma, dog, that dude is a fucking beast, and I guess he's a cyborg. Maybe we'll go into more detail of exactly who created him and what his purpose is and exactly what part of him is human and whatnot, but he tore shit up, man. Moria is an awesome villain. He is OP. And Dr. Hogback, man, I fucking hate this dude. He looks annoying. His voice is annoying to me. And just the thing that he did to that assistant of his, making her lick the floor and making a mockery of life, as Chopper called it, I'm glad he got his ass whooped. But how the fuck did he survive that stomp from Oars? He should have been dead. That was one person that I wouldn't have mind dying, but I mean, this is One Piece. So far I can see it's the theme that villains don't die. They just get arrested or something. But my favorite thing in this arc, besides Zoro's epicness, has to be the introduction of Brook, man. He's an awesome character, and as soon as he said that I have to fulfill a promise that I made 50 years ago, I immediately thought of Laboon. Like, is he really thinking about this well? Is this the guy that went away 50 years ago that Laboon is still waiting for? And it turns out it was. And his backstory was very, very sad, man. Just seeing him playing the piano with all his friends dying around him, but they're still singing. And him crying but still playing while everyone else around him is dead. That shit hurt my heart, yo. Like, Brook is such an awesome character. But I just find it so ironic and hilarious that Brook, he's kind of a coward. He screams at stuff like Usopp and Chopper do, but he's still badass. But the reason why I think it's hilarious because most people will look at a talking, walking skeleton and scream, but he'll probably scream back, but they're probably more afraid of him than he is of them. And he's the only power user so far that can actually like get on the water without any aid from anything else and still survive. Like, he can run on water. That's fucking epic. He can jump high because he's light as bones, as he likes to say. But his his jokes are getting old fast, but they're so corny that they're still hilarious. But man, I really hope he makes it to Laboon. I hope that happens in an arc that I'm coming up on, because I would love to see Laboon's reaction to seeing that big ass fro. But the Luffy versus Moria fight was epic. The Straw Hats versus Oars was too, but I believe this is the first time we've seen second gear and third gear combined together, which was absolutely delicious. I'm pretty sure he does more epic stuff, like he may get used to using them and he doesn't shrink or he doesn't pass out after using them, but as of right now where I am, he still passes out after using second gear. So I hope he can get over that, but in the meantime, that was an epic combo, yo. He fucking owned Moria, and when they were disappearing before the shadows came back, that scared me, dog. Like, I thought maybe they would actually vanish, not die, but maybe they would pop up somewhere, like in the spirit world or something. You know, my mind wanders since I haven't read the manga or anything, so it's nice to see that they didn't die or didn't actually get moved somewhere else. But where the fuck did Perona go? I remember Kuma asked her, what's a place that you would like to visit, and then he slapped her and she teleported somewhere. So does he teleport people where they would like to go? But I mean, just the fact that Zoro, my man Zoro, he took all the pain from Luffy and still had the power to stand, that says a lot. And not just because I'm a Zoro fanboy, which I kind of am, but is he stronger than Luffy? Because Luffy, he passed out, like he was knocked out from all that pain, but Zoro took on Luffy's pain and the pain that he already endured through the Oars fight. So, and he was still standing. So does that make him more solid, so to speak, than Luffy? I promise I'm not saying that because I'm a Zoro fanboy. I'm just trying to get a gauge on their two powers. But tell me down in the comments what you guys think. But overall, this arc was great. It wasn't my favorite. There were a lot of slow moments, and the zombie thing, the whole zombie thing wasn't really my cup of tea. I mean, I like zombie movies and stuff, but these zombies look a little too cartoony and too friendly, in my opinion. You know, besides like Oars and a few that I can't name off the top of my head. But I did enjoy some fights, like Sanji versus that pervert lion guy, and his reason for wanting to beat his ass was hilarious. Zoro getting that new sword from that samurai, and just the fact that some zombies had some straw hat abilities. I was really looking forward to like Sanji versus his own penguin and Zoro versus the zombie that had his shadow. That would have been epic. But unfortunately, none of that stuff happened. The only thing that happened like that was Luffy versus Luffy, and we all know how that turned out. It was epic. But anyway, tell me what you guys thought about this arc. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad, because it was a great arc. I could get through it without actually wanting to skip it. There are probably important things in this arc that I didn't mention simply because I have watched it 2 days ago and I'm a few episodes, well, quite a few episodes past it, so the new content is probably overshadowing the old content. So I really should start reviewing the arc after, like right after I'm done watching it. Then I'll be able to give you guys a better review. But I just could not stop watching over the past few days, guys. I'm sorry. But tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.